Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Feel how sweaty my hands are. Oh, what if I say something weird?
Hey, there's no need for you to be so anxious. We're just eating a simple meal together. Besides, my mom isn't the kind of person who would make fun of you if you did say something weird. I already told her how great of a person you are, and my mom is excited to meet you.
But I always seem to make stupid mistakes. What if I do something she doesn't like and then she hates me?
What kind of mistake do you think you're going to make that would be so bad? If you start to overthink everything, you're more likely to say something that you consider to be a mistake. I think it's best if you just relax and speak comfortably. My mom will start to feel anxious too if she sees that you're this anxious.
You're right, I'm overthinking it. You didn't get so nervous when you met my parents, so why should I?
Oh, I was extremely nervous. But despite that nervousness, I had a great time chatting with them. We smiled, laughed, and made great conversation. I was okay as soon as I saw their smiling faces. I spoke comfortably, and that allowed me to feel more comfortable too. My mom is just as warm and inviting as your parents. She loves meeting new people, and she's really good at getting people out of their shells.
Okay, that's a relief.
Yeah, so don't worry too much.
Nice to meet you, Mrs. Miller. I've heard a lot about you.
It's nice to finally meet you. I've heard so much about you. Thank you for coming to meet me. You didn't wait too long, did you? I wasn't expecting you to get here before us. We were planning on getting here before you, but I guess you had to one-up us. I had an appointment nearby, and I ended up finishing earlier than expected. I didn't want to go home for a few minutes and decided to just come right away. Let's all sit down and then talk. This is a really formal restaurant with different courses, so I thought we could do all three. What do you guys think? That sounds wonderful. Wow, Melissa, you are even more beautiful than you were in the pictures. I guess the camera can't capture all of your beauty.
That is very kind of you, thank you. You're very funny, Mrs. Miller. I love your dress, by the way. That color looks stunning on you.
Aw, thank you, sweetie. So, what do you think of my Nick here? Has he been treating you well?
He has been treating me better than well. He is a very reliable person. He's handsome, tall, and the kindest person I've ever met. There's so many things I love about him. I think he must have learned all of his good and romantic behaviors from you.
Oh my! He takes after his father, that's why. I'm glad you like him so much. Every time our regular customers come to the restaurant, they ask me if Nick has a girlfriend. If I say no, they always ask if they can introduce them to their daughters. They try to set him up on so many blind dates.
Well, it makes sense. He is such a catch. I heard that he's been helping you guys out at the restaurant recently.
Yeah, these days we don't have as many people working part-time. Quite a few of our old employees just graduated university and moved out of state for better job opportunities. Now I have so much work I need to do myself that I can't keep up. That's why he's been helping me out.
I'm sure that the two of you are a great team. Do you think I could ever help you out at the restaurant? I heard from Nick that your cooking is to die for, so you always have a ton of customers. I would love to be able to try your food someday.
I'm no Gordon Ramsay, but I would say I'm a skilled chef. Do you cook very often? I heard that these days not many young women cook as often, especially not as a hobby.
Oh, well, actually, I'm pretty interested in cooking. When I was in college, I didn't cook much in my dorm, so I always ate fast food or instant meals. Now that I have my own apartment, I have really enjoyed being able to cook full meals. It's been fun to experiment.
Oh, really? That's great to hear. Nick is a terrible cook. I was a little worried that he would be surviving off of instant food for the rest of his life.
Oh, you don't need to worry about that. I plan on cooking for him often.
Hey, I'm pretty good at making some basic meals. For example, I make a mean grilled cheese. Oh, right. You're definitely good at that one. But you know, just eating grilled cheese for the rest of your life isn't going to be good for you. Plus, you have enough time on your hands and resources to learn how to cook nice meals for yourself.
You know, the nice thing about us is that I really enjoy cooking and Nick enjoys cleaning. That means I can focus on making the food and he can clean up afterwards. I think that kind of balanced relationship can be really helpful.
Oh my! Really? Well, I'm sure that you enjoy that balance right now, but someday it could lead to some arguments or fights. Maybe you don't want to cook all the time, and maybe he will get tired of cleaning. Then what? Sorry to interrupt, but I need to run to the restroom really quick. Be right back.
Okay, take your time. We're going to enjoy each other's company while you're gone.
When would you guys like our families to meet? Have you thought much about that yet?
Well, if it's okay with you, I was thinking we could plan a little get-together in a month. How does Sunday, July 15th sound? If you're busy or Sunday doesn't work for you, we can also pick another day.
Let me check my calendar. It looks like I'm free that day.
I'm sorry I didn't ask you first. It's my responsibility to plan that sort of thing, not yours. My apologies for not asking sooner.
There's no need to be sorry, dear. I'm not that kind of stuck-up person, you know. Please feel comfortable around me. Oh my! Look at your nails. They are so beautiful. I haven't seen this kind of long design before. Where did you get them done?
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like them. I got them done at a nail shop near my house. If you'd like, we could go get our nails done together next time.
Oh, that sounds lovely. But how much did it cost? They look like they might be expensive.
They were about $70. But I don't usually go more than once a month, so it's not too expensive if you think about it. It makes me feel more confident about myself, so it's a nice thing I like to do every once in a while.
That makes sense. I've heard that having nice nails is pretty popular among young women these days. I usually just try to save as much money as possible, so nails aren't really a priority to me. The more that I think about it, maybe it's not a good idea for me to get my nails done. I mean, if I were younger, maybe it would look nice, but I think it's a bit much for me now.
You don't have to get long nails like mine. You could just get them painted and cleaned up. I don't think you're too old to be pampered. If anything, I think you've lived a long enough life to enjoy being even more pampered. My mom goes and gets her nails done almost every week. It's a bit excessive if you ask me. Please come with me next time. I would love for you to join me.
It's okay. There's no point in me getting my nails done. I don't need them to look fancy since I'm working in a kitchen all the time. Plus, it will probably be uncomfortable. How about we go out to get our hair done instead? Would that be okay with you?
The hair salon? Do you like to get it cut often?
Yes! I actually get my hair colored quite frequently to hide my gray hairs. I've been thinking about getting a perm for a while, so I think we should do that. If you think about it, getting a perm or a manicure is pretty similar. What do you think? My hair has always been pretty flat, and I hate the way it sits on my head. Makes me look like a wet rat. Oh, don't say that. It's true. You know, I'm so curious to find out what kind of person you are. I've been so curious about the woman my son is dating. I think this will be a great chance for us to get to know each other even better.
That sounds so fun. I would love for us to go to the salon together. Maybe I can get my hair trimmed and styled. Just let me know when you're available and we can schedule an appointment.
Okay, deal. My son was so lucky to meet such a lovely and kind woman like yourself. I can see why he likes you so much. You know, I am so proud of him. I get to brag all the time. Not only did he graduate from Harvard Law School, but he's now a prominent lawyer and is dating a wonderful and smart young woman.
Aw, it's so sweet that you brag about him.
Now I can brag about you, too.
Aw, that's so sweet. I feel honored.
No need to feel honored, dear. You deserve it. I knew my son would be able to meet such a nice girl after he graduated from university. All of my friends are always so jealous when they hear about how well he did in school. I know bragging is wrong, but I can't help but be proud of my boy. I'm sorry it took me so long. I suddenly got a phone call and decided to take it outside. Did you have a nice conversation? Yes, we did. What did you guys talk about? Oh, just this and that. Melissa and I are going to go get our hair done together in a week or two. It's going to be so special. I just know it. Getting your hair done? Are you talking about the place you go to all the time? The one near your restaurant downtown? Yes, of course that's the one I'm talking about. I need to get my hair permed anyways. She said she wants to spend some more time with me. I want her to go with me so that I can introduce her to my friends. These days, I don't have many young friends, so I think it will be a fun dynamic. My friends are going to love you, Melissa. Since you're both lawyers, I get to brag about you so much. My friends are dying to meet you, Melissa. But isn't that a little uncomfortable for Melissa? I mean, for her to have to meet all of your friends at the same time.
Why would it make me uncomfortable? I want to meet her friends, and I think my hair is due for a good trimming. I'm excited to spend a day for just me and her.
Even the way you speak is so beautiful. Your voice is so nice to listen to. You know, Nick is always stuck in his room with his nose in a book and he never goes out. I always wondered, how is he dating someone? But I understand now why he would want to leave the house to spend time with you. You are a pleasure to be around. I never could have imagined that he would meet such a smart and kind young lady. I guess I raised my boy well enough for him to find a good partner. Oh, stop, Mom. Well, if we're all finished eating, should we head out? Okay, sounds good. It was great to meet you, Melissa. I'll set us up an appointment for next weekend and contact you again later.
Okay, that sounds great. It was a pleasure to meet you. Please get home safe.
Are you sure you really want to go to my mom's hair salon? She's a regular there, and I just feel like it might be a bit uncomfortable for you. Plus, it's the first time you're going to be going somewhere on your own.
No. I want to get close to your mom anyways. Your mom is such a bright person. I want to get some of her energy.
Well, that's a relief to hear. If you start to feel uncomfortable, just let me know, okay? I'll speak to my mom about it for you so that it's not awkward.
Oh, come on. It's not awkward. I'm excited. Please take me to your mom's restaurant next time. I want to visit her often.
That makes me really happy. I'm glad you want to get to know her so much. Thank you for speaking with her on your own today.
Thank you for choosing such a nice place to meet at. Oh my! Are you guys already here? Is this the girlfriend I've been hearing so much about?
Yes, this is her. I decided she should come get her hair done here so she can meet you all.
Hi there. It's nice to meet you.
Are you sure you're a lawyer? You look like you could be a supermodel to me. Nick is a lucky boy. My son has great taste in women.
You are always so proud of him. It's nice to see a mom who's actually proud of her kid. You should have heard my client yesterday. She wouldn't shut up about how disappointed in her kid she is. So, what are we doing today? A perm?
Yes, please. Melissa, do you have anything you want to do to your hair today?
I thought about it, and I think I'm okay for now. Next time, if you have something you'd like to get done, come to our shop. I promise I will make your hair look even more beautiful than it already does. Okay, I would love that.
Okay, today I would like to have some tighter curls. Oh, and I would like to get some layering done as well.
What? Normally you like thicker, longer curls. Are you sure you want such tight curls?
Well, I decided I would like to mix it up for once. You know I don't perm my hair too often. I thought maybe the tighter curls would last a little longer.
Oh, that makes sense. I understand what you're thinking. Is it okay if I sit here? Yes, of course. That way you can chat with her while she's getting her hair done.
Okay, dear. Get comfortable.
What do you think? Do you like it?
I love it. How much will it cost me today?
Your total is $250. $250? Here, please use my card.
Wow, that's better than I thought. I was expecting it to be closer to $300. You know I'm not that pricey. Here's your card. Thank you for coming in. Let's do this kind of perm again next time. Deal. Bye. Have a good rest of your weekend.
Thank you. Enjoy the nice weather.
Thank you for paying. I didn't expect you to. You really didn't need to pay that much for me.
It was my pleasure. It's the least I could do.
Thank you, dear. Thanks to you, my hair looks amazing.
If you have time, would you like to go get some lunch? Maybe we could also get some coffee or a sweet treat afterwards.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
What would you like to eat?
You know, I've been craving some nice pasta for a while now. I know a really popular restaurant that has incredible pasta, but I haven't been able to go there for a long time.
Pasta?
Is that okay with you? I love noodles and bread. I am a carb lover.
Me too. I love carbs. Well, let's go.
Are you okay with sharing some different dishes?
Yes, that sounds lovely. You can order and I'll just eat anything you choose.
Are you two ladies ready to order? Yes, we are. We will take one order of the gnocchi alla romana, some bread with olive oil, the risotto, an order of pappardelle, and the Liguria pizza, please. Would you two like anything to drink? Oh, yes. Please get us a bottle of your finest wine. Yes, ma'am. I'll bring that out for you right away.
Oh my goodness. Are you sure that's not too much food? I'm not sure if I'll be able to eat it all. I need to fit into my wedding dress, so I'm on a diet. I don't know if I'll be able to finish all the food.
Don't worry, I can eat a ton of food. And why are you going on a diet? You're already so skinny. You don't need to lose any more weight.
Well, it's not a permanent thing. Just for the wedding day. I want to look my best. I'm only going to get married once, so I think I need to make the best of it.
Well, after you get married, you might get pregnant, right? That means you're going to gain weight again. There's no point in putting your body through that kind of trauma.
I see your point.
That'll be $150. Will you be paying with cash or card?
Card, please. Here you go.
That was delicious. Thanks to you, I had a lovely day. Thank you for making my hair look nice and my stomach full of good food.
I had a nice time too.
Well, I was planning on going to the mall this weekend, but since we're having such a good time, would you like to go with me?
To the mall?
Yes. I need to get a dress to wear to your engagement party. I would love to get your opinion. Since the party is next week, I need to get a dress right away. Do you have time tomorrow?
Tomorrow Nick and I have plans, so I don't think I'll be able to make it.
I'm sure that if I tell him the situation, he will let you come with me. You can reschedule your plans for another time and come shopping with me tomorrow. Then we can call him and invite him to have dinner with us.
Really?
Yes, I'll speak to him about it, and I'm sure that he will be okay with you coming along. Do you have any cash you could bring by chance?
Cash? I don't have much cash. These days, since all of my payments for work are deposited directly into my account, I don't have much cash. I think I have maybe $50.
I was planning on getting home by taxi tonight, but I just realized I don't have any cash. I think 50 will be more than enough.
Oh, okay. Here it is.
Thanks. Okay, see you tomorrow. Call me when you've talked to Nick.
Get home safe.
You're planning on going shopping with my mom tomorrow?
Yes. Your mom told you why, right?
Yes, she said it's to get a dress for our party next week. It seems like she really likes you. She said that she already feels much closer to you. I said I would like to go shopping with you guys too, but she said that it's a girl shopping trip and I should stay home. I'll be joining you guys for dinner though. How did you get her to like you so fast? She normally doesn't warm up to new people this quickly. My mom isn't shy, and she has a knack for getting shy people to like her. It looks like she's making you her new best friend.
I like her a lot too. So you're not going to the mall with us, but you're going to meet us at dinner?
Yes, I think that will be best.
Okay, that sounds good. Then I shall see you tomorrow night.
I'll pick you guys up outside of the mall when you guys are finished.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Oh, look at this one. It's so beautiful, isn't it? I love red dresses like this. What do you think? Is it okay or is it too much?
I think it's lovely.
Should I try it on?
Yes, the dressing rooms are over there. Go try it on and then show it to me if you like it.
Okay.
Oh, wow. You look so stunning in that dress.
Stunning! Right? I feel so beautiful in this dress. What do you think about it, Melissa?
It is very flattering. You look great.
Then I guess I have to buy it. This is the one.
You chose well. This dress is made by a very popular designer, and he created this dress by hand. It is a very special, one-of-a-kind dress. It's a very high-quality fabric, so you will be comfortable anytime you wear it. You're paying, aren't you, ma'am?
Oh, no, not me. My future daughter-in-law is buying it for me.
Oh, my. That is so kind of her. Most daughter-in-laws would never buy this expensive of a gift for their mother-in-law. You two look so similar, I thought you were her real mother.
Is that so?
Okay, your total will be $3,000. Hold up. $3,000? Is that right? Yes. Our store is full of designer brands with one-of-a-kind dresses, so all of the items in this store are about this price.
Yeah, this isn't that much compared to many of the other dresses in this store. This is why we came to the nice mall. You're a successful lawyer. I know you have enough money to pay for my dress one time.
Wow, you're a lawyer. That is so cool. Debit or credit? You can insert your card right there. Credit, please. Okay, here you go. Thank you for your business. Enjoy the dress.
Thank you, I will. I think it would have been better if you went ahead and paid in full. Why did you need to pay with a credit card? You should have used debit.
Excuse me? What's the difference?
Using a credit card on a big purchase makes you look kind of poor. Paying with debit means you have all that money in your account right now. I understand that it's not a cheap dress, but I thought you were classier than this. I mean, you're going to marry my son soon. Shouldn't you have this kind of money set aside for spending? Are you secretly poor and planning to leech off of my son? I was just surprised to see you go for the less classy option. That's all.
I just don't want that large of a chunk of money leaving my account at the same time. Especially because I need to pay rent later this week and cover some other expenses.
If you plan to go shopping at a nice store, you should already have the funds ready in your account. Okay, whatever. Let's move past this. Let's go get me some shoes to go with the dress.
Do you really need to buy new shoes?
Duh. If I just bought a new dress, I need to get some new shoes to go with them. Do you expect me to wear some mismatched shoes? Look, those are beautiful. I think I should try them on right away. Wow, why do you guys have so many shopping bags? What all did you get? Melissa bought it all for me. I told her to stop buying stuff, but she insisted on getting it all for me. I feel so spoiled. I'm so sorry that I made her spend so much money today. Since I was spoiled by you all weekend, I will buy us all dinner. No, Mom, it's okay. I'll buy us dinner. It's okay. You guys need to save money for your wedding. No, I insist. Please let me get us dinner. Where do you want to eat? What about you, Melissa? I could really go for a nice burger. I know a place. Let's go there. Burgers? Melissa is a vegetarian, though. A vegetarian? Why are you a vegetarian? Don't you know how many delicious foods you're missing out on? Aren't you deficient in so many vitamins? Nick loves burgers. How is he supposed to change his diet for you?
It's okay. I can eat meat occasionally. It just makes my stomach upset, that's all. Let's just go there, Nick. That's where she wants to eat.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. But Melissa, you look really tired. Are you okay? We just walked around a lot today. I think she's just tired from how much exercise we got. Do you want to go home, Melissa?
No, I'm okay. Let's go eat.
Okay. Young people are able to recover from that kind of tiredness quickly anyways. No need to make a big deal out of it. It seems like you need to work out more. You need to build up your endurance.
Right.
Mom, don't be rude. She runs every day. She has amazing endurance. It's just been a long week. You shouldn't be so judgmental of her without knowing her situation. Oh my! I'm being scolded by my own son. Don't you dare scold me. I've done nothing wrong. How am I scolding you? I'm just standing up for my partner. Well, I think that you shouldn't be so focused on taking care of your woman and that she should focus more on taking care of her man. You are a prince, you know. I'm right, aren't I, Melissa?
Well, it's nice for us to take care of each other equally. I appreciate when he stands up for me and looks out for me.
No, you're not even married yet. He has no reason to treat you like a queen. You should always treat your boyfriend like a king. Otherwise, why would he want to marry you? You need some charisma and basic life skills. If you're not good at taking care of him, why would he want to marry you? I've seen on TV that a lot of men are berated and blamed by their girlfriends for things they didn't do when those tasks should be done by women in the first place. I don't think that's a fair comparison, Mom. Okay, fine. Just don't let your relationship get to that point. You don't want to end up being bullied by your wife in your own home. You shouldn't believe everything you see on TV anyways. Don't worry about us. We are happy and healthy young people. Did you get home safely? You looked really tired today. Are you okay?
I'm okay, but I have something I need to tell you.
Oh? What is it?
I wasn't originally going to say anything, but I don't think I can keep it to myself anymore. Your mom has been a bit much today.
What do you mean by a bit much? Did she do something wrong?
Well, yesterday she got an expensive perm and I ended up paying for it. It was about $250. Then after that, we went to a really nice restaurant and it was $150. She ordered so much food I was unable to finish it all. She said she could eat a lot, but there was a ton left over. Today, she picked out a beautiful dress that was $3,000. And when the employee asked if she was paying, she said that I needed to pay. It was so expensive and I didn't have the money for it, so I paid with credit card, and then she said I lack class and I'm poor. After that, she got a bunch of accessories and made me pay for all of that, too. She was really harsh towards me, and now I'm exhausted and my checking account is low. I'm not going to dip into my savings just to fund her little shopping sprees. Even if I am a lawyer, I don't make enough money for this kind of spending. This has caused me a lot of stress, and now I don't know how I'm supposed to pay for rent this week.
Are you saying it was all a waste of money?
No, it's not that it was a waste. It's just that I don't want her to think she can start spending my money this freely all the time. If I'm being honest, I've never spent that much money on my own mother. Don't you feel the same way?
I think she just really considers you her actual daughter and she got carried away. Plus, when we were speaking to her, she said she tried to stop you from paying for everything, but you wouldn't. You wanted to pay for everything.
Do you really believe that? She never gave me the opportunity to say that I didn't want to pay for it. She never asked me to stop. She volunteered me without my permission.
Why would my mom lie about that? I don't think I can speak to you about this right now. I'm getting too frustrated. If it's really that big of a burden, I'll just send you some money to make up for it. I'll send you $3,000. Is that enough?
I'm not trying to get you to pay me back.
Then what's the point of you telling me all of this? It honestly makes me a little sad. Did you forget that I've taken your parents out for a nice dinner and bought them gifts too? I have never once thought of that as a waste of money. Never.
Did you spend $3,000 on them? I'm sure you would be overwhelmed too if my parents tried to force you to spend so much money on them in one weekend.
I'm done with this conversation for now. My mom has only said good things about you, and now you're going behind her back to say horrible stuff like this. Do you know how upset she would be if she heard what you are saying about her right now?
Do you really not understand what I'm trying to say right now?
Forget it. I'll explain to my mom how you really feel so you won't have to spend any more time with her, okay?
How are you going to go tell her that and make me sound like a villain?
I understand everything you're trying to say. I'll explain it to her well. Bye.
What's going on, Mrs. Miller? I got your message and came right away.
Don't pretend you care about how I'm doing. Am I really that big of a burden to you?
No, that's not what I meant. If I'm being honest, I don't make that much money. I have to pay rent, pay off my student loans, my car payments, and so much more. Now we're trying to pay for our wedding ceremony and venue, which is certainly not cheap. I said that it was a burden because I wasn't expecting to spend that much money at one time. I was just surprised. I didn't mean that you are a burden. Please don't misunderstand what I'm trying to say.
Well, you should have told me your grievances to my face instead of talking behind my back to my son. You are a coward.
I wasn't trying to talk behind your back. I was struggling to figure out how to tell you.
That makes me feel even worse. You're an adult but can't even have the decency to tell me this kind of thing to my face. Why would you be scared to tell me about this? How am I supposed to trust that you're telling me the truth moving forward?
I'm sorry if I've hurt your feelings. It was never my intention to hurt you.
Whatever. I've already confirmed everything I need to know.
What is that supposed to mean?
I heard that my son sent you $3,000 to make up for the money you spent on me. That makes me anxious. How much money have you been saving up that he sent you this whole time?
What?
Show me how much money you have in your bank. I want to understand why you needed him to send you that much money. These days, banking apps are so detailed that you can see all of your assets in one place. Show me your assets.
Why should I have to show you all of that? It's my private information. I haven't even shared my finances this intimately with Nick yet.
Why can't you show me? Why haven't you shown him? Are you trying to hide something from us? Is there something you don't want us to see?
I mean, what were you saying you confirmed? What were you even checking?
Someone with a successful career like yourself shouldn't need that kind of financial help from their spouse. If you really don't have that kind of money, I'm concerned for your future. You spent a little extra money for 2 days and then you go begging to Nick for help. That doesn't sit right with me. I don't think you're as poor as you're letting on. I'm sure you have plenty of money saved up. I don't want my son to marry someone who has such little money and so few assets. That worries me. How did I raise my boy to get with such an unpleasant girl?
That's something for me and Nick to figure out on our own. Either way, we are still preparing to get married. You shouldn't be saying all of this to me, especially when you know we're going to see each other more often. Honestly, it offends me that you're saying I don't have any money and basically implying that I'm a gold digger.
Why can't you just show me your assets?
It's only necessary for me to share that information with my spouse. I have no requirements to show that information to his mother. My parents don't know how much money I have or what my debt totals are. I don't understand why you would need to see that information to confirm whether or not I will be a good or bad wife.
You can't even do a simple favor for me like this. Is that what you're saying? Before you're officially married, too. You have no respect for me.
Yes, I'm unwilling to show you my private banking information. I'm sorry. It's not that I have no money or too much money. I have some money set aside for my future and my retirement, but aside from that, I don't have a lot. My remaining funds are meant to be used for my rent and other living expenses. It feels like this is a huge invasion of my privacy.
How is this an invasion of your privacy? We're practically family already. Are you planning on threatening me with the law or something? Just because you're a lawyer with a background in the law doesn't mean you can use that against me.
That is not at all what I am trying to do, and you know it. If I really need to share my information, I will do so with Nick. Since we are planning to get married soon, we will have to pay living expenses together, so of course I will share that information with him soon. I just don't think I should be dipping into my savings for this kind of stuff.
I told him not to meet a smart aleck like you. I said, girls who study are nice until they start to think they're better than you.
Excuse me?
You know, women like you who've graduated from fancy colleges tend to get big heads. Your egos blow up and then you think you're better than everyone else. If you're already acting this way now, I can't imagine how much worse you'll get once you two finally get married. I think he's going to have to put up with some serious issues if he sticks with you.
Why would you say that?
Whatever. If you truly want to marry my son, you need to share all of your financial information with me. If you don't, I'm not going to come to the engagement party. And you know Nick will be extremely upset if I don't come.
That's this weekend. Are you seriously threatening not to come?
Well then, I guess you're just going to have to show me your financial information. Otherwise, I'm not coming. I will no longer support your relationship.
Are you really going to act like this, Mrs. Miller? I haven't even shown this stuff to Nick. Why are you being so harsh towards me? Have I treated you poorly? Have I done something to offend you that's made you want to get revenge? If I am going to be in a relationship with Nick and be a part of your family, we need to be understanding towards one another. I think if you keep acting this way, it's only going to hurt all of our feelings.
I believe that things will only continue to get worse if things continue like this. I don't see any reason why you two should go through with this marriage.
Are you saying that we shouldn't get married because of money? Or that I'm only marrying him for his money?
Both! Of course you're marrying him for money. If that wasn't the case, why else would you be stubborn about this? I know that lawyers are supposed to be good at lying. How am I supposed to believe anything you're saying right now? You lie all the time for your job. Daughters-in-laws are supposed to do what their mothers-in-law say. They take care of their new family and do whatever they can to help their husbands. I don't think you have the capacity to do that. You're stubborn, selfish, and a generally unpleasant person to be around. You care more about money than the happiness of others. Am I wrong?
Wow. I can't believe you just said that. You're being way too judgmental.
How am I being judgmental? I'm just being honest. You're planning on marrying my son, and I'm sure you two really like each other, but it's important for our families to get along as well. You need to look at this as a business proposition, not just a relationship. You have to look at the bigger picture. Your parents both graduated from Harvard, and so did you and Nick. Wouldn't you say that this relationship is a kind of business deal? It's a way for you guys to make more money together and have a successful household. You and your parents are smart to think of that.
It's good to look at the conditions surrounding our marriage, but this is not about making a smart business decision. I care about you and the rest of your family, but I feel as though you are the one who is more worried about money. I don't and shouldn't have to show you my financial information because that is just between myself, my bank, and my future husband.
Whether or not you really think that isn't what's important. You're either going to show me what I asked you to, or I am going to tell him that you've threatened me and I will make sure you two never get married. Let's finish this up. I have other places to be and I don't want to spend all day talking to a brick wall. If you want me to come to the engagement party, I guess you need to make a decision fast. You know how to contact me. I'm out of here.
Wait.
Hey, what's up? How are you this morning?
Did your mom tell you what she was planning on saying to me?
What are you talking about? What was she planning?
Your mom texted me saying there was an emergency and made me meet her this morning. I went right away, and do you know what she told me?
What?
She said that I have to show her my bank statements and how much money I've saved up until now. Can you believe that?
Oh, that?
What do you mean, oh, that? Did you know about this?
Of course. My mom told me she was going to ask you about that. I allowed her to do it. I said it was a good idea.
What? You told her she could demand that kind of information from me? And you were on board with it?
Well, I mean, we're getting married soon, and I'm going to have to double-check how much money you have anyways. Were you not planning on showing me your finances?
I was, but...
Well, then I don't see the problem. It's better to know ahead of time rather than much later.
I'm not opposed to showing you that stuff early, but why should I show it to your mom? It's not her business. This is the first time I've heard of a spouse's mom demanding to see their future in-laws' financial statements.
My mom was just worried about me. She did it out of love. It's not like she was trying to make you feel bad or inferior. Even though you come from an extremely wealthy family and you have a good job with a high-paying salary, you believe that the money you spent on my mother was a waste and regret doing so. We wanted to check your intentions and the amount of money you really have because it was suspicious of you to be so upset about the amount of money spent.
What a joke this is. It's not the fact that you wanted to check how much money I have. It's the fact you sent your mother to do it. You're the one trying to marry me, not your mom. Would you feel good if my mom and dad called you and demanded that you show them your bank statements? How would you feel if you were accused of being a gold digger? This is why I'm mad about this. I'm upset because of the way you blatantly disrespected me.
If you're going to be so stubborn and selfish about this, there's nothing else I can do. Now I can see why my mother was so upset. You know, it's heartbreaking for me to see you act like this. I thought I knew you better than anyone else, but I guess I was wrong.
What?
I'm just saying that this is a normal thing for men to be worried about. There are plenty of women out there that are gold diggers these days.
We've been together for over 3 years, and that's what you have to say to me? That you think I'm a gold digger?
Just because we've known each other for a long time doesn't mean that we know everything. You see this kind of person on TV all the time. I don't think that it's that uncommon for the people we think we know best to end up being completely different than we thought.
Okay, whatever. Your mom said that if I don't show her my finances, she's not coming to our engagement. I suspect that also means she won't be coming to the wedding. What am I supposed to do about that?
Are you stupid? Why would you ask me that? There is obviously an easy fix for this problem.
So you're telling me that I'm in the wrong and I need to show your mom everything? Seriously?
Then are you going to keep this going? You don't want her to come and support us.
No, I want her to come, but I don't think this is a fair solution to the problem. You're not going to stand up for me at all? You're just going to take her side.
This isn't my problem. You're the one who started it by complaining about paying for the girls' day you had with my mom. What's so hard about sharing that kind of stuff with her? You're making this out to be much bigger than it is. Honestly, I think you're being really immature and it is honestly making me upset.
You think I'm the one being immature?
That's exactly what I think. You're an adult. We're all adults. And yet here you are talking behind people's backs, complaining about taking care of others, and refusing to solve problems that don't even need to exist. You need to start treating us all with mutual respect. You don't get to pick and choose which family members you respect and which you don't.
Why am I the only one you're saying this to? Don't you think your mom should be respectful towards me as well? Do you think this is all my fault and I'm the only one to blame? There are 2 parties to this conflict.
Ugh, I'm so tired. Can we just drop this for today? I don't want to talk to you anymore. It's like I'm just speaking in circles. We already have a date for our wedding. Don't ruin this for me.
You know I'm not going to share my finances with your mom. You can figure all of this out. I'm done speaking to you about this. Bye.
Hey!
You told him you're not going to share the statements with me. Are you seriously going to be this stubborn? Why on earth are you behaving like this? I never asked you for any crazy favors or asked you to send me money or anything like that. I simply asked you to show me what you saved. Can't you just show me that much? Just the numbers. Is it really this difficult for you? I don't understand why I have to show you that. You are not entitled to my personal financial information. You're even more stubborn than I thought. Why are young women like you so stubborn nowadays? Don't they teach you to do what your elders say anymore?
Your parents are well-respected lawyers, yet they raised such a disrespectful daughter. If you're unwilling to tell me how much money you have, tell me how much they have.
Excuse me? What did you just say?
You said that you have debt from school, but both of your parents are professors, and I'm sure they could have helped you pay it all off. You're their only daughter, and they're going to leave everything they have to you someday. I want to know how much you and my son are going to receive.
Mrs. Miller, it was disrespectful for you to ask about my finances, but I find it to be even more inappropriate for you to ask about my parents. How do you have the audacity to ask for that information? I have never once asked Nick how much you or your husband have saved up or how much money you earn each month. I would never dream of asking that kind of information.
One day you would have asked. People always ask. It's important to know what kind of assets you are going to inherit when their family passes away. Why can't Nick check on you before marrying you? I mean, he should check on your finances, how you take care of your home, how you treat his family, and so much more. This is really not uncommon for couples planning to get married. Oh, and he should know how much debt you have, too. That's very important because if something happens to you, he's going to have to take over your payments. Doesn't your family own a building, too? I heard that from Nick.
Why would I tell you any of this? There's no reason for me to tell you any of this. If this is all you called to ask me about, then I'm going to end it here. I have no interest in starting my day by fighting with you. I don't have anything else to say to you.
What? You can't hang up on me. I'm your mother-in-law. You have to wait and listen to what I have to say.
Actually, you're not my mother-in-law. I have work to do and don't want to waste any more of my valuable time. Have a nice day.
Hey! You can't hang up on me!
Mom, so you're really not going to come to our engagement party?
I told that brat that I wouldn't come if she wasn't going to show me. I have no choice but to stay home. If I come without her showing me, it will tell her that she has power over me. I will not support your relationship with her anymore.
Oh, come on. Please, Mom. I'm begging you. Just put up with her this once so that you can support me. You know, it doesn't matter anyways. Now that we're nearing our marriage date, she's going to have to sit down and do finances with me. I can check how much money she has saved up then. I'll let you know what I see when she gives me access, okay? So please, just come. Don't let this one argument ruin my special day.
No matter how I think about it, I can't get over how upset I am that she wouldn't share this with me. Honey, do you think she is trying to scam you? Could this be a fraudulent marriage? We know that she has a job at a good and well-known law firm as a lawyer, and both of her parents are professors.
Yes, I'm well aware of all that. Thank you. There's no need for you to worry about her trying to scam me. She saves her money and earns enough to take care of herself. The first time I went to her parents' house, I was shocked. It's probably $1 million home. Oh, and their cars are insanely expensive. They own a large building downtown that has apartments and various businesses occupying it. She has to have saved at least a little money. Otherwise, she must be terrible with money. Now, Melissa owns her own house and has a nice car that she paid for in full. She doesn't ask for any help financially. I'm sure she isn't struggling.
Are you sure?
Yes, of course I'm sure. You don't know how stable she is. Plus, you know how hard it is to date nowadays. Too many women have standards that are too high or lack respect and motivation. Melissa may have her flaws and be stubborn, but overall, she's a nice girl. So please, just come with me to the party tomorrow. What do you say?
Ugh! You have such a similar personality to me. How could I say no to you? Of course I'll come. You're so good at persuading that there's no way I could have rejected your offer. You know that, don't you? Don't forget you need to keep a close eye on that girlfriend of yours. She is quite sneaky.
I thought we were done talking about this. Let's just move past it. Don't worry. I promise I'll tell you everything I find out as soon as I get access to her accounts.
Okay. I believe you.
So, should I tell Melissa you'll be coming to our party tomorrow?
Yes. Please let her know.
My mom said she's going to come tomorrow. I barely convinced her to come.
Oh, she's coming?
I tried really, really hard to persuade her, so you need to be nice to her tomorrow. You've hurt her feelings lately, so you need to be cautious about what you say to her. My mom is the kind of person who sticks to what she says, but she's going to come because I'm her son and she cares more about me than her pride. So be careful about what you say to her tomorrow. Don't let your parents say anything that rubs her the wrong way either.
My parents aren't the type to stoop to her level. I think you have nothing to worry about.
We're all adults and we should have a good understanding of what good manners are. But I don't think you even have any manners. If we fight this much before we even get married, it's making me wonder how life is going to be when we are actually together. Should I expect these kinds of fights all the time? Honestly, it's kind of a turnoff. Whatever, I'll let it slide. Tomorrow, I'm just begging you to please be kind to my mom tomorrow. Let's make sure that we start our marriage smoothly.
I have no interest in giving in to each of your mother's demands. I will treat her with respect, but I will stand my ground if she tries to insult me again. I can't just sit around and let her speak to me that way, especially not if it's in front of my family members. Good luck being stuck in the middle of this conflict.
You won't give up until the very end. Oh my God. Whatever. I'm going to be kind to your parents tomorrow, so you better get your behavior under control. I don't like this little attitude of yours. We're not in the courtroom. There is no point in debating or arguing with me. We don't need a judge or rebuttals or anything like that. So stop treating it like the courtroom. I'm tired. My mom is tired. We are all tired. I'm done talking about this for now. See you tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. You must be Nick's mom. It's nice to finally meet you. Yes, I'm Nick's mom.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Melissa's father.
Okay.
Let's all have a seat.
Was there a lot of traffic on your way here? We had trouble finding parking close by because there are so many cars. Yes, it was a problem for me. This restaurant is far away from my home, so it took me a while to get here.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. We just thought this would be a nice restaurant to have the engagement party at since we could rent out a full room for guests.
Yeah, I get it. We are so excited for these two to get married. Nick is so kind and loving. We think he is the perfect match for our daughter. You two look a lot alike. I see he gets his charm from you. Yes, I think they are a pretty good match. But I heard that Melissa is a pretty stuck-up person. She only ever studies, so she doesn't know how to interact with other people. I'm sure she gets that trait from you.
Excuse me? What are you trying to say?
Honestly, I don't think these two are meant for each other. I think that they should call off the wedding. I think your daughter is a gold digger. I asked to see her financial statements and she refused. I think she doesn't have any money in the bank and is just going to leech off of my son. So I asked her how much you two make and she wouldn't tell me that either. I mean, we're about to become family. I should know about this kind of stuff. Am I wrong? You asked to see her finances. Her private financial information. Yes, of course I did. She's an adult. Aren't you curious about Nick's financial stability? I don't understand how she can be so stubborn until the very end. She is very rude. She acts like a princess, as if she is royalty and is untouchable. I heard from Nick that your family has a nice big house, fancy cars, and you guys even own a large building downtown. I'm sure you have plenty of assets. Why won't you all tell us about them? My son is not going to marry into a family that is secretive about their finances. I think that you are all trying to scam him. Someday he is going to open his own law firm and make big money. I'm afraid that Melissa is going to try to ruin that for him.
I don't think that is appropriate for you to be talking about this right now. Honestly, I find it quite disrespectful. I agree. Let's discuss this later. I already told you I'd let you know after I talked to Melissa about it. Just be patient.
No! I have no idea when later is going to be. After you're already married? The day before? When? What are you going to do if I end up being right and you're already in a bound marriage with her? She's going to ruin your life. Do you know how hard I made you work when you were younger so that you could be this successful in adulthood? I raised you without a husband. Your father left us when you were a baby, and I raised you on your own. You need to listen to me when I tell you what to do, because I promise you I know better than you think you do. You know what? I'm done listening to you scream in here. This is not the time nor the place. I'll tell you how much money I have if it's really that important to you. Oh, wow! After all this time, you finally decide to do what I asked. It took you forever. Here, look. This is all of my assets. You can see it here on my financing app. Okay, let me see. Oh my God. You have that much. You have $12 million in assets. Yes, I have that much, and I'm very frugal with my money. I am the manager of the building my family owns because I'm the one who bought it. I bought my parents their house and their cars. I don't want Nick to go behind my back and tell you how much I have because it should be my decision whether or not I share how much money I have. The more you accused me of being a poor, pathetic gold digger, the more I didn't want to share this information with you. Why didn't you tell me if you make such good money? You should have just been honest with me. I would have been glad to hear how much you make. I totally misunderstood you. I was too harsh, wasn't I? I'm sorry, everyone. I overreacted for no reason. I'm sorry, guys. We're family. I shouldn't have started a fight like this.
Family? Why are you referring to us as family?
What do you mean? We're going to be family very soon when they get married, aren't we?
I thought that you said they should call off the wedding. Why would you call us family?
I was just upset earlier.
You came here to disrespect us and our daughter, not to support their marriage. I think it would be very upsetting if Melissa were to go through with this decision. I don't want her to marry into a family that will so blatantly disrespect her or go behind her back. Melissa, there are plenty of great guys out there. Don't settle for one who went behind your back and gossiped to his mother about you. You need someone who is going to stand by you no matter what.
I agree. I heard how you spoke to her and what you've said about her. I think that your son will end up treating her with the same disrespect that you do. You two seem to have very similar personalities, so I think this is a bad idea. If anything, I think that Nick knew about how much money she had. Maybe he is the gold digger in this situation. Have you ever thought about that?
Why would we call it off now? This is the engagement party, isn't it? Other guests will be coming soon to celebrate their relationship.
Melissa, listen to me. You need to tell your parents to be more respectful to me and my mom. The way they are speaking right now is unacceptable.
What are you talking about? Why would I listen to you? I'm calling off the wedding. We are not getting married.
What?
You have been so rude to me and have taken your mother's side every time. You guys have treated me so unfairly, but guess what? I can be unfair too. I can meet a really great guy with a nice house and a good family. I shouldn't settle for someone who is so obsessed with my finances. You said you wanted to marry me because you love me, but you know what? I don't think that's the truth. You and your mother only ever ask me about my money. You made me pay for all of her nice treatments, her dress, her shoes, and plenty more. When you and I go out to eat, you make me pay each time. Thanks to you two, I've finally been able to come to my senses. And I don't want to spend the rest of my life living with someone like you. So get lost. We're done.
Why are you being like this? I love you. We've been together for 3 years now and we're finally going to get married. Why would you throw away all that we have together?
I knew it. You are just like your mom. You are both so manipulative and go back and forth when you do something wrong.
Why are you suddenly being like this, Melissa? If you two love each other, then you should get married. Of course you should get married. I'm sorry I was acting like that before. I was just worried about my son. I wanted to make sure that he found a person who respects him and cares for him. It was just a misunderstanding. This has nothing to do with the money. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, and I hope that you won't take it out on Nick.
Last time I checked, you were the one obsessed with money. You made me pay for your hair, took me out for an expensive dinner, then made me pay, went shopping for designer dresses, and then got shoes. You can't force us to get married. I don't want to stay in this relationship anymore. I'm done.
No, you can't be like this. You volunteered to pay for those things. You never objected, so how can you blame me for all of that?
She already told you the wedding is off. She's done. Besides, we aren't poor either. She bought us this house and she owns this building, but we own 5 law firms currently and have real estate all over the country. Since it seems like money is all you care about, I thought you might be interested to hear that.
Oh, don't be like this. Please listen to me. I misunderstood earlier and I acted rashly. I promise that I'm a good person.
Mom, I'll take the lead here. This is just a simple misunderstanding. My mom was just trying to protect me. If you hadn't been so stubborn for so long, we would have had no reason to be suspicious of your motives. Besides, my mom has already apologized for what she said. You should be the bigger person here and just forgive her. Let's not call off the wedding. We're both getting older, we need to settle down and start a family.
What do you mean you guys are getting old? You're literally still in your 20s. She has plenty of time to settle down. There is no need for her to rush. Especially since there are men like you who try to manipulate her for her money. I guess she'll need to be more careful in the future. She deserves to be with someone better than you. Let's go, honey. I don't want to spend any more time with these people. They're making me so tired.
Yeah, we should go. Are you leaving too, Melissa?
Yes, I think we should all leave.
Wait, sweetie. We need to finish talking about this. Don't just leave in the middle of our discussion.
I don't have anything else to say to you.
Melissa, babe, just speak to me. We can talk in private. This isn't how we should end our relationship. We've loved each other for 3 years and now you're just going to throw it all away?
I think that the only people you love are your mom and yourself. Let's go, Mom and Dad.
Melissa! Wait! Wait! What are we going to do now? This is all your fault, Mom. If you hadn't been that pushy from the beginning, then this never would have happened. We could have had a fortune if you just waited until she showed me everything herself.
I only did it because I was worried about you. I thought it was the right thing to do.
Well, you were wrong. Now I'm going to have to figure out a new living situation. I wasn't planning on staying in this apartment after the wedding, so I didn't renew my lease. She was planning on getting us a nicer apartment in a classier neighborhood.
What did I do wrong to make you believe you're allowed to shout at me like this?
Huh, that's rich. You're the one who said all of those awful things to my girlfriend and her parents. It's your fault I'm in this mess. I am entitled to letting you know what you did wrong. What did I tell you? I said Melissa could afford everything, that she was well off. But you didn't believe me. You ruined everything. I could have been a millionaire. You could have received so many benefits, but you are so impatient that you ruined everything.
You made it sound like she was super upset about spending all that money. You even gave her money to make up for it. If I had known that she didn't need the money, I never would have done this.
So what am I supposed to do now? How am I going to meet another woman as amazing as Melissa? I don't have any money outside of the salary I make at work. I have no savings set aside. I have nothing.
You just wait 1 second. Do you know how much you're hurting my feelings right now? The way you're speaking shows me that you didn't plan for a future where this relationship might not work out. A woman of her age is not normally that self-sufficient and successful. You really dropped the ball here.
Bro, you cannot be serious. I dropped the ball? Me? How can you say that? This is your fault.
What's going on?
Oh, Melissa! You're here. I'm sorry for calling you when I know you are so busy.
If you knew that I was busy, why would you call me to meet you in person? Just hurry up and get to the point. Why did you call me here? Oh, and moving forward, I would prefer if I don't have to see you anymore.
I guess you really haven't changed your mind, have you? I told you I was sorry before. Why are you still being so stubborn? What's the point? Can't we just move past this? My son loves you. He truly does. Don't punish him for my own wrongdoings. I think that this is my fault, not his. I'm so sorry I ruined his relationship with you. He is so upset and miserable without you. You know, all people make mistakes. I just made a mistake. Please just meet with him to talk about this.
There is no point in me meeting with him again. I have no interest in having relationships with people like you. You all lie and manipulate and can't be trusted. I don't want to spend the rest of my life worrying about when you will all lash out at me again. Getting married is not a one-sided decision. I decided to break off the engagement so we can't get married now. It's not like he can just change his mind and force me.
Please, I'm begging you. Give us a second chance. I mean, give him a second chance.
It's over. I told you already. Please just stop. Get out of here and never contact me again.
You're telling me to get lost? How dare you?
Yeah, I am. Get lost and never speak to me again.
Hey!
All right, I'm leaving. Have a good life. After my ex-boyfriend and his mother revealed how manipulative and toxic they were, I called off our wedding and never looked back. They both tried to contact me multiple times, but eventually they stopped. There were a few times Nick showed up to my house or work to speak to me, but now he can't. I filed a restraining order against them both, so I haven't had to deal with them for the past few months. I have moved to a new city and found a new man that I really like. We've been dating for 5 months now, and things are going well. He was introduced to me by a friend I had in law school, and so far he is the kindest and most generous person I've ever met. He is a defense attorney and often works for clients who can't afford a good lawyer. I respect him and he respects me. He has never asked me about my money or how much I make. I never thought I could meet someone who treats me with such a high level of respect, but I could get used to it. Thank you for listening to my story. If you liked it, please leave a comment in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next video!